Now the recipe that I'm going to cook is again from Indonesia. That's called Sayur Lodeh. It's a massive, massive recipe. It's a big stew made with different types of meats in Indonesia. But I have a vegetarian version for you. Straightforward, simple, and easy to please. There are a few spices and there are a few vegetables. And then finally there is some coconut milk. So let me rattle down through the spices for you first, that what I will be doing. For vegetarian Sayur Lodeh or Indonesian vegetable curry, following are the ingredients you are going to need. 100 grams of asparagus, trimmed and cut into strips. 100 gram aubergine, diced. 50 gram carrots, peeled and diced. 100 gram cabbage, cut into 3 centimeter squares. And about 200 grams of tofu, cut into 1-inch pieces. 200 ml of water, 150 ml of coconut milk, 3/4 teaspoon of curry powder, salt and sugar to taste. For the spice paste, these are the following ingredients you're going to need. 1 or 2 dried red chilli, 2 stalks lemongrass, 25 gram galangal chopped, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 5 or 6 candlenuts or macadamia nuts, 1 tablespoon of red chilli and garlic paste, 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil, salt and sugar. So first thing first, I'll be making a paste with these 6 ingredients. Start with chili garlic paste. It's a commercial paste you can buy and it's vegetarian, so it's not a problem. So I'll use about 2 teaspoons. Gives a nice red color. Turmeric powder, about a teaspoon. I would use about 1 stalk of lemongrass. Alright, the next ingredient is galangal, which is a kind of ginger. It's also called blue ginger in Far Eastern Asia. Remember that it's very strong, very pungent. Don't use too much of it. If you've got too much of galangal in the dish can become very bitter. Okay? So just about a teaspoon I would use, no more than that. Candlenut or macadamia nuts, say about 10-12 pieces would do. And I would use only 1 red chili. Even if the recipe says 3, I know these ones are really hot and I'm using it with the seeds in. That should be fine. And a little bit of water. Right. And we'll go to that blender and make a fine paste. Okay. Now the paste is ready. Let's start cooking. Let's start with about 3 tablespoons of oil. So once it's really hot, I'll add the paste and then saute it. Right, it is. So about 3 tablespoons of paste would be good enough for this. You just have to saute it so the rawness of things like lemongrass and all the spices, galangal, that goes away. Okay, it's getting stuck at the bottom. Time to add all the vegetables. So I'll start with, tofu, carrots. I'm going to just remove it for a minute because it's getting burnt, which I don't want it to. Add a little bit of water as well. You just have to cook it lightly. Okay, it's looking a little messy, but it's because of tofu, but it'll come around. So more aubergine and all of the asparagus, and I got about 500 ml of coconut milk. I'll add about 300 at the moment. I've kept my cabbage leaves, which I will add it towards the end. It looks lovely, it looks beautiful. The color is amazing, and I'm sure it'll taste nice as well. Bring it to simmer and let it simmer till the vegetables are perfectly cooked. I've added tofu slightly early, I would say. I would have preferred to add it towards the end, but maybe I got panicked when I saw my pan burning. Happens even to the seasoned cooks like me, I guess. But you could also you can pan fry the tofu so it's nice and crisp, and then add it towards the end. Sugar. Indonesian, Malaysian, Thai, they have a sweet tooth. They love sugar. Nothing wrong in that. All of us do. A pinch of salt as well, just to correct it. And that's good enough in my opinion. I'll just bring it to a heat, let it simmer, and then take it off and put it on very, very slow heat. Now this is simmering really well. I'll bring it down and simmer at very slow heat. And at that stage, I will add all the cabbage leaf as well. And believe it or not, I'm pretty much done. As soon as my vegetables are cooked, I'll be ready to serve just with a dash of lime. Just drizzle a bit of lime juice on top and you're done. So before I go to serve it and taste it, let's recap it. This is how I made this recipe. So first thing first, I had to make a paste. And the paste was made with chili and garlic paste, which was a ready-made paste I had used. You could make your own if you wish to. And then turmeric powder, lemongrass, galangal, dried red chili, and candlenut or macadamia nuts. Add a little bit of water and make a fine paste and leave it aside, and start with a flat pan, 3 tablespoons of oil, bring it to good heat, and then add the spice paste to that. Saute the spice paste till the rawness of the flavors are gone, and then we added the vegetables. The ones I used were some tofu, carrots, asparagus, cabbage. I mixed all that, and aubergine, I cannot forget aubergine. Saute all that lightly and then add coconut milk and a little bit of water. Bring it to boil, correct the seasoning, and let the vegetables cook. And once they're perfectly cooked, you serve it with jasmine or steamed rice, whichever one you prefer. So in this case, we're serving it with just plain steamed rice. Got a small banana leaf, just to tell you that we are still in Far East here. Now before I serve it, I would like to squeeze a little bit of lime on top. What it does basically, lime brings the flavor back. It balances it out because there's sugar, there's coconut, there's so much richness going on. Lime just cuts through that and refreshes the palate. So that's good. You could serve it in a bowl as well. Here we go. And I got some cress just to break the color. A little bit of lime on the side. You know what? I could do some help from the chili, and that chili can sit on the side. So here we go. Sayur Lodeh, or mixed vegetable stew from Indonesia.